right, listen up. This is diabetes. Now we're going to give each of you diabetes. You're going to go out in that great big melon we call the real world, and you need to make sure you take care of your diabetes. Got it? Now, in order to take care of your diabetes, you need to make sure you count your carbohydrates at every meal. You're going to check your blood sugar 4 to 5 times every day. And you need to make sure you check your feet every day. So everybody look at your feet. Now sometimes life gets in the way. And here comes life right now.
When someone is newly diagnosed with diabetes, the sense of feeling overwhelmed can be an understatement. There are a lot of things addressed there in the early stages of your diagnosis. Things like how to keep track of your A1C levels, checking your blood sugar every day, checking your feet, diet, exercise. But one of the things that's oftentimes left out is the psychological impact of living life with diabetes. 2 out of 3 people that are diagnosed with diabetes die from complications of heart disease or stroke. My dad, Jerry Kelly, fell into that statistic. I lived and worked with my dad during the last year of his life, and one of the things that he said over and over again was, "I wish I had done a better job of taking care of my diabetes." We want to encourage you to do just that.
In 1992, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I was fine with my diagnosis. It wasn't until a few years later that I didn't want to have diabetes anymore, and I kind of gave up on myself. It was a lot of work, and I just didn't want to do it. Now, a person without diabetes, their normal A1C level, which is a reading of your blood sugar over the last 90 days, a normal reading is between 4 and 6%. A person with diabetes should have an A1C level below 7%. When I gave up, my A1C levels were in the 10s, 11s, and even 12% range, which means my average blood sugar reading, which should be between 90 and 120, was actually in the 2 and 300s. Not good. After I finally realized what I needed to do to take care of myself, I actually started getting readings in the 6.5, 6.3, 6.1 levels. And the way I did that was a mind shift. I didn't look at diabetes as work. I actually looked at it as an adventure. Now Bob and I are going to share with you 5 tips on how to live successfully with diabetes.
The first step in living successfully with diabetes is choosing your destination. You want to get it in your mind, what does it look like to live successfully with diabetes in your life? No baseball player steps to the plate for the first time during a big game. They've been to the plate 100 times during practice and thousands of times in their mind, picturing every possible scenario. We want you to do the same thing and come up with a list of things that are going to be in your life and what it looks like when you're living happily and successfully with diabetes. Write that down and post that list somewhere where you can see it every day.
You've chosen your destination. Great job. Now, it could be real easy for you to get stuck in a rut because there's a lot of things going on all at once. But the next thing you need to do in order to live successfully with diabetes is make change. It's that easy. Just do something different. Now, an example of not making change is a buddy of mine and I went to this 24-hour donut shop in college, and it was the greatest place ever. That smell when you walk in, it just smacks you in the face. Great place. What made this place even better was that it served chicken 24 hours a day. Fried chicken dinners. Awesome. So we're hungry for the chicken dinners. I walk up to the counter. There's a gal behind the counter that looks like she doesn't really want to be there. I say, may I have the fried chicken dinner, please? She says, cosa persa. I didn't quite hear. I was like, what? She goes, cosa persa. I'm sorry, what was that? Cosa persa. I had no idea what she said. I turned to my buddy for help. I'm like, I have no... He hits me in the face with coleslaw or potato salad. I'm like, oh, of course, all right. Well, I'll have the potato salad. She immediately gets on the microphone and says, I'm sorry, we're out of potato salad. They're out of potato salad. She knew that they were out of potato salad before she even asked. Why did she do it? Because she was stuck in her rut. So we don't want you to be a coleslaw or potato salad kind of person. Make that change for your next step to be successful with diabetes.
The third step to living successfully with diabetes is to prepare your provisions. You wouldn't go out on an adventure without knowing what you had packed in your bag. You wouldn't go out on a hike without knowing what kind of shoes to wear. Rick and I want to encourage you to do the same kind of preparation when you're living your life as an adventure, living with diabetes. The two big provisions that we want you to think about taking are the confidence to take on those challenges, and we want you to surround yourself with people that are going to help you when you need help and cheer you on whenever you're having a success.
The next step in your adventure is to enjoy every single moment of your journey. You know, a lot of times we get down about a lot of things. You know, I'm not feeling good. I didn't get that job that I wanted, and so on. But you've got so many things to appreciate in your life, and we need to just step back sometimes and see all the successes that we've had. I mean, maybe you've hit the home run in the Little League game when you were a kid, or maybe you landed that date that you never thought you'd make when you were asking somebody out. So enjoy those successes that you've had. You are a good, successful person. You can do this diabetes thing, but you just got to enjoy and appreciate everything that you've always done. Because the more we focus on those things, the better off you're going to be, and the more good things are going to absorb into your life.
The fifth step in living successfully with diabetes is do or diabetes. That's the mantra that Rick and I think of when we want to encourage other people to live successfully and happily with diabetes. We want you to come up with your own motto so that you can chant it in your head while you're on this adventure, and so that when you're thinking, who's going to win today, me or diabetes, that you can chant that mantra and live successfully with diabetes every day.
Now, are you going to have some roadblocks, some pitfalls, some bumps along the way? Of course you are. You're human. Everybody has those things happen to them. But the sooner you can look at life with diabetes as an adventure and apply these things we've talked about today, the sooner you're going to be taking much better care of yourself.
We want you to remember to think of your life with diabetes as an adventure and to take those 5 steps. The first one, choose your destination. The second step is to be willing to make change. That third step, you want to prepare your provisions. The fourth step, you want to enjoy every moment of your journey. And the fifth step, do or diabetes. Come up with that mantra that you can chant to yourself during those hard times so that you can live successfully and happily with diabetes.
We know you can do it.